First off, I'd like to say thank y'all for taking time to come listen to my presentation. I'm starting my public speaking class, and this is my first speech, so we're just starting the semester. Can you see me?
You're going to have to step back.
Am I? All right. My assistants.
Go ahead.
Honey.
Turn that light there. We have to turn that light off. There you go.
Good.
Yeah, much better. There you go.
Okay. Technical difficulties. Alright. So once again, thank y'all for giving your time to come listen to me. I've been given a choice of 10 questions out of 20 from my public speaking class. So I would like to share with you answers to 10 of those questions, and you'll get to know me a little better in the process. Feel free to ask me any questions during or after the presentation. This is an informal presentation, so feel free to join in. Alright. And so let's look at what questions I've chosen and the answers I have for them. Something that I would like to know how it works or how it functions. I'm really interested in everything. I love seeing how everything works. Ever since I was a little kid, I've taken everything apart, I put it back together. Sometimes it works when I put it back together, sometimes it doesn't. I even enjoy things that are out in far left field in theory and seeing how theories come apart and work. And I've currently been very interested in aerodynamics as it relates to bicycling and bicycle components and bicycle frame design. Just found it very interesting as pretty new development in the last couple of years. My three favorite weekend activities are road or mountain biking, watching a movie with my children, or having a drink and a conversation with my wife. Brownie points. Two places that I would like to visit the most are Spain, because I speak Spanish, and fell in love with the thought of the travel there when I read Hemingway. I love his take on Spain and how he experienced it, and his experience I thought was very earthy and very, very tactile, and you could feel like you were there. You could taste the dust from the bullfighting and smell the blood. It was really got a taste for it.
So are you fluent in Spanish? Can we ask you questions?
Not really. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not fluent. I speak some. I understand better than I speak.
Mm-hmm.
So, and especially Castilian Spanish, which is the more formal Spanish, which I was taught in high school and middle school. I understand it very well. When I hear somebody from Spain or South America, I understand them much better than I do locals, Tex-Mex or Mexican Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's awesome.
Do South America and Spain speak the same dialect?
some of them do because it's more European.
Okay.
Some speak Portuguese, which I can understand some Portuguese and Italian because it's very similar. They're all Romantic, so yeah, feel free to ask questions. It'll help. I'd also like to go to New Zealand because I think it's a beautiful country. They have tons of outdoor activities, which Lindy and I both like, and I think it'd be fun for the kids whenever they're older too. So maybe bicycle across New Zealand.
Pretty awesome.
Up a volcano, maybe. No.
There's a volcano in New Mexico. We're going to hike soon.
Oh, really?
We'll tell you about that in the
Cool.
speech.
When I'm alone, I like to occupy myself by doing social media, Facebook, working on my bicycling club, which is kind of social media. I also like playing video games on my computer, Xbox, or my phone. I like cycling either on my trainer in the garage or on the road or on the trail. Work on my bicycles or other people's bicycles. Work on things around the house or help do things for my father and my family. And also, many of these things are done while I while everybody else is asleep when I get off work in the morning, and so I'm not up waking anybody up and I'm out. Some things I dislike about college are I don't like how much time it takes away from my family and how much pressure it puts on my time. Makes my schedule very tight and difficult to enjoy things or others. I don't get to know people like I used to because my time is so constrained. And I don't like the cost of books. It's atrocious. It's ridiculous, especially when you don't need them. If I could talk to any three people in the world, past, present, or future, who would they be and why? I would speak to Nikola Tesla. He was pretty much one of the founders of electrical theory and our electrical power system. I like him because he was so far ahead of his time and brilliant. We're still learning things from his theories and his studies that we're still developing and trying to catch up to him almost in some respects. I believe he truly died too young, and I think he could have benefited much more to our country and our world. And I'd like to see how he thought we could have done wireless transmission of power. It would have been really cool. We're still trying to do what he was able to do, and getting closer, but not quite there. I'd also like to have a conversation with Jesus Christ. Love to hear his voice and see what he actually looked like. I don't think I have any idea, and I think it'd be very interesting. I think being in the presence of the embodiment of God would be the highlight of anybody's existence. So I think we all strive for that. I'd also like to meet Peter Sagan, who's a professional road cyclist. He's a really interesting guy. I know a lot of bicycle stuff. He's just a really funny guy. He always runs around. He loves his sport. He has fun doing it. Doesn't take it too seriously. He's one of the most well-rounded bicyclists I've ever seen, like ever, even back in history. My troubleshooting skills are some of the skills that I'm most proud of. I come by it naturally in many respects, but I also have honed those skills over most of my life through work on farming, ranching, being a service technician, and being in the Army really helped me develop it more professionally in a more concentrated manner. The skill that I would most like to improve in my life are my people skills. I hope taking this class will actually help me in that in some respects, and being more comfortable speaking to people, especially in groups and in situations that are uncomfortable. I can be kind of withdrawn, so I'd like to improve upon that. Something I used to be terrified of before was heights. I kind of got over that somewhat by rock climbing, but I still don't like the Ferris wheel or roller coasters. Those were some of the worst for me. We went to Wonderland a couple weeks ago, and I was still scared of the Ferris wheel. Calissa, our daughter, was fine. I was fine. She was fine, and I was terrified, like sweating and hanging on. So.
It would be scary.
My daughter Allison told me, "We can't go in that." I said, "It's safe. It's fine." She said, "But that might fall off." And I said, "What? The seats?" I was like, "They won't fall off." She was like, "But they can."
They can. Exactly.
Yeah, and you can't argue with that because they could maybe. But that's enough. The possibility of falling off is enough for her.
My worst is coming when you come over the edge and you can't see anything below you. It's just unnerving. That's
Now you
the
have to
worst
think
part
about
for me.
the seats falling off. They
Yeah.
could.
Yeah. I like rappelling and rock climbing. That's more controlled to me than those. I don't know why.
Oh, I don't know why either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, you can't fight gravity.
No, it wins. It wins every time eventually. I would recommend the Bible to any friend that asks for help or a book for recommendation. I think answers to almost anything in life are in there, except for maybe super technical, crazy ones. But I think they could give you guidance in some ways or respect, and maybe help you find where to look. So I think it's the greatest book ever written about the greatest happening in our history ever. So, once again, I'd like to thank y'all for your time and for listening and your participation. And concludes my presentation. Do y'all have any questions?
Thanks, that was awesome. I did, I just want to add one thing. When you said that you're a handyman around the house, you're also a handyman around your neighbor's house. He came over and fixed our sprinklers for us.
He actually loves it.
Well,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, and bike design, Jason needs a bike that will fit 6'6", 275
I
pounds.
bet he could figure it out.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, a frame
You're fine.
that's strong enough and all of that.
They make them.
Yeah.
Sure.
For a lot of money.
Yeah. No, not that bad. Steel frame.
Good job. Good job.
Thank y'all.
That was very good. And you know,